Okay, so here we are Friday. It's the end of, I believe, my 5th week, and it's the end of Steve's 3rd week. He actually started on a Wednesday, so we're just going to call this his 3rd week, right? You weighed in today. Tell everybody your weight.
262.
So you're down how much?
30 pounds.
30 pounds in 17 days he has lost, right? No cardio. This is straight dieting, and this is just weightlifting 3 days a week. And he's not starving himself on salads. He's eating red meat and rice. Well, he eats steak and rice 3 times a day. He does some yogurt and some fruit once, and then he does steak and potatoes for dinner. This isn't a starvation diet that he's losing all this weight on, right? He's eating very good, and he's losing weight in a very healthy way. Okay, so I got a couple little things I want to talk about dieting since we're here. I got some cliff notes on my phone. Okay, so Steve doesn't get cheat meals. I don't get cheat meals. The reason why we don't get cheat meals is because you start dwelling on that meal. It's like if you're trying to get someone off of drugs, you don't give them a drug every week. Here, I give you a hit of heroin on Sunday. You're going to be too concentrated on that hit of heroin, and your week is going to be miserable. You don't take a smoker and tell them, hey, you can have a pack on Sunday. You can have a cheat day on Sunday. It doesn't work that way, right? If you get off of it, you get off of it. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy the food you eat. You can still season your food, and you can still eat really great meals. Just because you're not using canola oil and you're getting fried foods doesn't mean that you can't have enjoyable foods, like pastas and things that bloat you and hurt you. The foods that we eat are really good, and as time goes on, Steve is going to be getting to introduce a lot more variety of foods as he gets closer to his goals. So that way he's more sustained, and it helps him stay on track, because if you're constantly eating heavily sugared food, your palate's going to be so saturated that those heavy sugared foods aren't going to really taste flavorful. They're not going to taste sweet to you, all right? Just like fruit. If you eat a lot of ice cream and candy, then you eat fruit. Fruit's not that sweet. But if you don't eat any sugar or any ice cream or any candies, you get off of all of it, give it 2 weeks and eat some fruit. It's going to be super sweet, incredible. Your palate has to reset. So if you get off all of that fast food and junk for about 3-4 weeks, the foods that were not flavorful for you, to you, and enjoyable will become flavorful. So you start to enjoy food for the flavor of the food, not for how much extra crap you add into it. That takes me to another thing, okay? Getting a bad relationship with food. Actually, I'm gonna ask you. So you agree, right? As far as it goes for not getting a cheat meal, this is the only time in your life you've been on a diet that you haven't had cheat meals, and the mindset is just completely different.
Absolutely. No, I think if I had a cheat meal, like you said, for one, I'm going to chase the high. 2, it's just going to lead to more cheating. Because right now it's so strict that you just tell yourself, no, yes, you can have it, but not right now, right? So you tell yourself, you psych yourself out, just one meal after the other, one day at a time. If I was to get a cheat meal, not even now, I still think not, it's too soon. And it'll take me back. It's like relapsing, you know?
100%, and that's what it is. It's 100% relapse. So taking your mind, taking the option of eating that away makes it easier to know that you can't have it, because you're not dwelling on it coming up. It's not coming up like a day off, right? It's gone. Okay, so that leads me to the next thing, okay? A bad relationship with food. A lot of people develop bad relationships with food because they either restrict themselves so much and they don't eat hardly anything, and they start looking at food like it's demonic, or they demonize the food, or they start developing like a mindset of like, if I eat that, I'm going to gain weight. Well, that's the wrong mindset. Like, we're not developing a eating disorder and a bad relationship with food. Like, this is evil and this is holy. That's not what we're doing. What we're doing is getting off of all the food that you're addicted to and letting your body heal and giving yourself long enough to reset the palate, right? And then once your palate's reset and you start seeing those results, then you can start introducing better foods, and those foods are going to have a bigger impact of flavor to you, and they're going to be more enjoyable. And it's not going to make you feel like you're losing out on anything from not eating the foods that you used to eat. Okay, you'll get to that point, and you'll understand. Okay, another thing. Here's another clip note: overthinking about it. Okay, whenever you do have a cheat meal, you start overthinking. So you come in on Monday after Sunday. And then when your hunger hits in the evening or Tuesday, now you're dwelling on that Sunday. I gotta get Sunday, I gotta get Sunday. Man, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna eat that, I'm gonna eat this. And that's what you dwell on. And the problem with that is now you have the fear of missing out. So now when the cheat day comes up, or the cheat meal, now you're so stressed out because do I want to get full on this or that or this or that or that? Now you don't know what to eat. Now you don't know what to consume. And now when you do start eating, now you get the fear of like, well, what if I get full on this and it's not satisfying and I should have ate that instead? Well, what if I should have ate this? Well, what if I eat this and I don't leave room for that? And then it becomes stressful to a lot of people. And then the guilt comes in afterwards. You eat it and you're like, no. And then the overthinking happens and then you get done. You're like, did I really need that? Was that really worth it? Is this going to set me back? How much is it going to set me back? Man, I can't believe I broke my diet. It's like an alcoholic having a drink, right? You get 6 days eating perfect. And then on the 7th day, you deliberately sabotage yourself to have to start those 6 days back over. But what happens if you got to day 7 and then 8? And then 9, and then 10, and then 11, and then 12, and 13. And I don't mean starving yourself with just eating salads. I mean eating actual good, wholesome food that fills you up and gives you energy and gives you muscle building capabilities and fat loss and metabolism boosts. Eating good foods. And I hate using the word healthy foods, but I just simply, and I don't mean processed food. No, nothing like that. What I mean is making better food choices for your body, right? Some people can eat high fat. Some people cannot. Some people can eat high fibrous foods. Other people can't. Finding the food that agrees with your stomach and your gut bile that allows you to be able to be as healthy as you can be and see the results you're trying to get. Do that for so long and then introduce 1 or 2 more items and then get used to that and see how that affects you. And then enjoy those flavors for what they are. Okay, so that basically covers all my cliff notes that I have. This is something I was thinking about a lot today because he told me he was down 30 pounds. So as far as it goes for you, we already talked about your mindset, how much it's changed and everything like that, and then how much weight you lost and how much easier it is for you to stick to this diet versus what it was like all the other times you dieted. How's your sleep? Are you sleeping better?
I'm sleeping better. I don't have the tingles and shit in the hand as much. They still come sometimes, but not as much. Sleep has increased. It's easier to move around. Got more energy, of course. So just overall, it's just everything is starting to progress in the best instead of the worst like it was going to.
And your weight loss has slowed down to like about 1 pound a day is what you're losing, right? And this is the thing, 1 pound a day is a huge win. It's a huge win. That's amazing. 1 pound a week, half a pound a week is a huge win. When people come into this, they lose a lot of weight at first and then it slows down, they get discouraged and quit. Or the other way around, right? It's either they don't lose weight fast enough and they quit, or they lose weight really fast and then it slows down. You got to understand that as you become better, it becomes harder. And as it becomes harder, you have to put more effort into this. Now, when I mean effort I mean training. Your diet should eventually start to become effortless. You should start waking up not thinking about like, I want cereal. Just like, oh, I got to eat at 9, or I got to eat at this time, or oh, this is my meal, this is what I'm eating. Like that should become easier. It starts forming a habit. After 90 days of doing this straight with no cheat meals or anything, you can be around any kind of food and it's not going to affect you in no way. And staying full on the foods that you eat. That's incredibly important. Yeah, hunger does come, and it is a son of a gun when you hit those hungers in the evening. But the main thing is if you stay satisfied and you keep your body nourished with what it needs, those cravings, they just pretty much disappear once you get off of those foods. It's like, here's an analogy. Let's take nicotine for smoking, okay? Does a smoker crave a nicotine patch? No. Do they crave dip or chew? No. They crave a cigarette because the body affiliates nicotine with a cigarette. I want nicotine, right? And your body sends signals to the brain saying it wants nicotine. Then your brain registers those signals of cravings with a cigarette. Why not a patch? Why not dip? Why not chew? Because that's the way the body receives it. So whenever you get off of all those processed foods, all those bad foods, fried foods, and you get off all of those, when your body starts craving food, it's going to stop registering in your brain like, I want pasta. No, I need carbs. Man, I want barbecue. No, I need protein and fats. So your body starts registering things differently, right? Your brain starts registering your signals differently. You have to reprogram your mind and your body to be able to sustain this lifestyle. It's not just about losing the weight. It's about successfully losing the weight and keeping it off. And by the time you get to where you want to be, your mindset should be so different that it's not a chore, it's not work, it's not difficult to do no more. It's just part of your life, right? They say all the time, it's a lifestyle, it's a lifestyle, it's a lifestyle. Yes, and I hate saying that too because it's like really cliche. I don't think it's a lifestyle. I just think it's just something that either you do or you don't. Just like you wake up this morning every day and choose to go to work, or you're going to wake up every morning and choose to make these better choices in your life. So that's it for the video for this rant, guys. We're going to get to this tonight. We're doing arms and legs, and we're going to crush it and get this workout underway. And let's get it done.